everybody, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your host, Desh Palay Bechin, and joining me today is Charissa Arumugam. She is the finance manager at Menlyn Multifranchise. Now, I have a very close relationship with a dealer principal, Ridwan, and also Nizam Umar, who's been an amazing support structure for me and all my initiatives that drives women empowerment in the motoring trade. But today we are here to talk about Charissa, and she is extremely charismatic. Definitely, her name and the word charismatic is who she is. She has proved to be analytical, as her job is all about paying attention to figures, and being analytically minded has helped her become a success in the industry. And I guess this is one of the reasons she has been nominated for the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, which is powered by MFC, a division of Nedbank, and made it to the top 300. Finance managers like Charissa needs to be able to make important financial decisions in order for the company to respond well to competitive challenges, new projects, financial setbacks, and shareholder demands. And her decision-making skills have proved to be excellent. She has grown in or within the industry and has become aware of how to tackle a role as a leader or as a financial person quite well. I don't think, from getting to know her earlier on, I don't think she wants to be referred to as a leader, but I just said to her before coming on air that she has achieved so much at a very tender young age of, I'm not going to say the number, but she definitely has. So let's welcome Charissa. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Charissa Solutions and Evo by Nedbank. Hello.
Hi Desh, thank you for having me here.
Isn't it just wonderful to be in my presence?
Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. Charissa, I think everything I said about you is true because obviously Ridwan, Nizam, and so many people within your network or in your company has so much of respect for you. So we want our viewers to get to know you and get some votes for you as well, and let them make a a conscious decision of whom they're going to vote for. So thank you for coming and sharing this this time with me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome, Charissa. You're supposed to have come before and you had a bit of an issue. What happened?
I got sick.
Okay.
From the little ones.
Oh.
It's part of motherhood.
Yes, yes. Isn't it crazy how people say to you, especially with the COVID and everything, that you need to stay away from your kids and you need to isolate? So my daughter did have COVID. She was the only one that contracted it, and she's 13, but I could not stay away from her because I needed to nurture her.
No, it's difficult. Yes, especially as a mom.
Exactly.
Yeah,
crazy, right? So tell our viewers more about you, Charissa. Tell us about also how did your journey in the industry begin?
Okay, so if I can start with, I was very fortunate by the grace of God to have had the leadership that I had to get to the position that I'm at. Mm-hmm. I was exposed to people like Dion Chinasamy, who is currently at Motors head office. At the time, he was my CFO. Where I worked at Isuzu Trucks. He was the man who promoted me as a financial manager. So he grew me, if I can say, as a baby in the industry. So thereafter, I was exposed to Barbara Rue. She was a woman that you need to meet.
I have to.
Yes.
And Dion. These are people, when you mention a man like Dion that championed for your growth, these are the people, the men, the males in the industry that I would love to interview, because I think many men could use them as an example of how to go about grooming women into these leadership roles.
Exactly,
but continue, please.
Exactly. So Barbara Roo, she inspired me, I have to say, from set go, and she gave me a bit of the head office functions and operations. So that exposed me to a different side of the business. And thereafter, I worked for Cargo Motors, a commercial dealer at East Rand, and I worked under Zach Yusuf, and another man who pushed me beyond my limits. Difficult guy to work for, but he got the best out of me. So,
absolutely.
so yes, I that's where my career grew. I mean, to levels. So I have to say, and I have to be thankful for this.
Right. And what's your opinion about our women empowerment initiatives?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. It's I mean, we don't, in our industry, in the motor industry that we are in, it's mostly male dominated, and for us women in this industry to grow and to be successful, it's a big thing. And you, as somebody from your background, if I can say, from our chat earlier, I mean, we inspire for women to grow, and I mean, we need to motivate each other. It's all about the sisterhood.
Yes, it is all about the sisterhood. Why do you think women do well in our trade, Charissa?
I think it's because we can multitask quite well.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah, and I have to say, you have to have a strong head in this trade. I mean, motor industry is difficult. I mean, there's pressures from all sides, and if you aren't strong enough, it can take a toll.
Absolutely.
So we have to be strong, and women, we made for this.
Why do you love finance so much? Because again, another finance lady I'm meeting, and you're not boring.
Oh my goodness!
You're not boring.
I'll take the compliment.
Yes, I've had so many. I think it's the motoring trade finance people that are not boring.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I think I enjoy finance because, for me, it's I enjoy the numbers, and I enjoy. Obviously, I enjoy the numbers.
Yes, you do.
I enjoy like trying to figure out something. It's all about finance, but in finance itself, I mean, as in the level that we are at, there's other things to it, like operational as well. So it grows you every single day. You learn something.
Right. So, Charissa, how many people do you take care of in terms of your team?
In my team, there's about 9 people.
Okay, and how do you manage a team that's so big?
So it's all about KPIs.
Right.
You have to support your team. You have to. You're basically mothering this team,
right? So
that you need to get the best out of your workers, because at the end of the day, what are we as leaders?
Yes.
We need to try, just like you say all the time, inspire your people.
Yes, absolutely. Who inspires you then?
Wow.
Because I don't consider myself a leader.
Yeah.
I'm a follower. I'm
Okay.
a follower. I still follow. But I think people that are heading up a team like you are needs to be inspired every day. What inspires you?
Okay, so plain out, my mom drove me from the time I was little. So I know the interview is not about her, but for somebody who
No, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
For somebody who lost their husband at the age of 22 and raised a 2-year-old myself, and to go through all of that, I think it's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does your mom have YouTube or Facebook?
Yeah, she's got Facebook.
So she's going to watch this interview.
She probably would, yes.
Girl, you're tearing up. You're so Indian, right? Let's so dramatize this. I'm just joking. I want you to take this opportunity and tell your mom what she means to you. So there you go. Talk to her.
Okay, cool. So, Mom, thank you. Thank you for always being there for me. And I know we don't always say it, if I can say, but if it wasn't for you, I don't think I would be this woman. Yeah. I really don't think so. So I'm proud to say that you are my mom, because there's so much I've learned from you. Never ever giving up. That's one of your things. So thank you.
Thank you. Now you made me cry. So, like, we're both crying, but I just want to take this opportunity to just give a shout out to all the single moms out there, like your mom, you know, to have to persevere and to face the adversities and face you know, everything that we face as mothers that have a husband to support us, but more on top of that, so many more challenges. I really, really admire you. There's so many women that sit here that are single moms, and really, I really take my hat off to you. So, Charissa's mom, you have raised a gem. Thank you. Thank you for giving this gift to us, to the motoring trade. I really, really must say that you are amazing. You are amazing, Charissa.
Thank you.
How do you deal with a bad day, for instance?
Oh, I pray.
Okay.
Pray. God is first on my list.
I know you're a churchgoer.
Yes.
And your family are very, you are Christian, so you go to church as well, and you have a very strong foundation in your spirituality.
Yes, I do. Yes, I tend to lean a lot on God. So yes, I get through the bad days by praying. But I mean, truly, I think for us as women, when we are in this trade, there can be quite a few bad days. So, so you just need to soldier on. You have to. And how I would handle it is, I mean, you start off with the prayer, but you need to then get your head in it. Decide what you want out of the day. Don't just give up because you're having a bad day. Just soldier on, like I said.
Absolutely, because everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Yes.
And for me as well, the only thing that helps me to overcome that fear is God.
Yes.
So that's great. How do you measure success, Charissa?
There's many ways to measure it. So with me, it's the outcome and how if I can say that, success for me is if you put into a difficult situation, how do you come out of that? If I can say that.
Yes, absolutely. And who's the most interesting person you've ever met?
That's a difficult one.
Gosh, you're like sitting right in front of me. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. But who is the most interesting person? A person that just like wowed you?
Yeah, there's a few.
Okay.
There's a few. Yeah, my DPs. They great. They great men.
Right.
They actually are the ones that actually push me and to get the best out of me. Always supporting me.
Yes.
Like as men to have my back. It's like
it's amazing, isn't
right?
it?
Yeah. So yeah, my DPs are great. My FDs, Nolan and Nizam.
Nolan, I've met Nolan, right?
Yes,
awesome guys, yeah.
Great guys. So yeah, I think these are inspirational people in my life.
Aww.
So Desh, I just want to just give you more information regarding our group, our Nissan group. And for me, it starts with great leadership. And this is where Nizam falls in, Nizam Omar. And he empowers us like you won't believe. He trusts us to make the correct decisions. He pushes us. He pushes us. And it's just, you know, the little things.
He's interesting, right?
Yes.
I guess that's why you're bringing this in now.
Yes.
Because I asked you who's the most interesting people. I've met Nizam. We went on a road trip from Shlanga to Richards Bay. He's the most humble guy.
Yes.
Hey?
Yes.
Yeah. What is the experience like to work with him?
So to give you an idea, he's.
You know he's going to be watching this, so.
It's okay.
This is the time you ask for a raise. Okay.
I mean, to give you an idea, a franchise executive on his level to come into the dealership and to greet everybody by name, every single individual, that's big. I mean, it shows how much he cares for us as an individual, and not it makes you feel great as a person. Yes. So he's outstanding. There's no words.
He
There's
is,
no words.
again, like I said, interesting. That's why I guess, again, you're answering the question about who's the most interesting person. He is not just interesting, he's phenomenal.
He is.
He recognizes the significance of absolutely everything and everyone. And I think he's one of my blessings as well. So we have that in common. And what's something that you are really proud of?
For me, my proudest moment would be, I think, being, like you said, a young person who doesn't have the education behind her, but got through this with just experience and motivation. And
love numbers.
And doing all of this while mothering my 2 children to make sure that they grow up the way, nurturing them, like you said, and my husband being his wife. It's difficult to do all of this.
It's a mouthful, right?
Yes.
It's a mouthful. Wow. Well, okay, I have to ask you one more question, Charissa. I know it's not part of our discussion and we may be going over our time here, but how do you stay in shape? Running after your 2 kids?
Probably. That's probably it. That's probably it, because I don't exercise. So it must be it.
That's not Cody, okay?
It must be that. Oh, I hide it pretty well.
No, you don't. You look great. You look great. So, Charissa, once again, thank you for recognizing the significance of your nomination, for accepting your nomination and using this win. You're already a winner. There was over 4,000 nominations. So using this win to help me to pay it forward. So I think our videos now, it's not thousands and millions, but we have on an average each video where we have 500 views at least on all our platforms, and maybe 10 girls out there might watch it and they're gonna be, hey, I also love numbers, I want to be like Charissa, and you might have just inspired them. So I thank you for taking our time, for joining me, and for just joining this movement. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Dish. Thank you for doing this. This is big.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Viewers, thank you so much for watching, commenting and sharing our interviews and our content. Our non-profit company is the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, which is powered by MFC and Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk Studios, powered by Sariti Solutions, are aimed at recognizing and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa, women just like Charissa over here. We are not just telling stories, we are trying to change lives. Together, we aim to empower and uplift the women of our trade. And for those of you that are searching for your new ride, please visit www.otto.evo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is incredibly user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews and car maintenance tips and advice, all courtesy of Talk the Talk Studios. So ladies, I just want to end off this very emotional, touching, beautiful interview with Charissa by saying, forget about what's wrong. Pay attention to what's right. I know it's not always easy to do that, but we should try. I don't have to chase extraordinary moments, to find happiness. It's right in front of me if I'm paying attention, and this is what we need to keep telling ourselves. Have the courage to build your life around what is really most important to you. Always remember, you will succeed if you persevere, and you will find joy in overcoming obstacles. And it is true that you can literally succeed the best and quickest by helping others and by paying it forward, just like Charissa is doing over here. Every single time you help somebody stand up, you are helping humanity rise. And with that, I would like to remind you that the question isn't who's going to let me, it should always be who's going to stop me.